Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Homage to our most venerable teacher Bhante, our Kalyana Mitra Gurudeva Uttama Pinnath Loku Swamin Wahanse. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Venerable Bhantes in their support and everybody, we have a very nice episode today to talk about from the Acharya Manusa, the book, the Lokuswami Nanse explains really nicely. And I share the English translation too. I'm really grateful for the Bhantes who translated the Dhamma into English. So to start, we can enjoy the part of the lesson that we have today to talk from the movie, Thus Have I Heard. So this is about the most venerable Sariputta Arahant Bhante and most venerable Mahamoggallana Arahant Bhante, their renunciation. They are coming to the dispensation. They are becoming monks and they are becoming arahants. And then the Buddha becoming the chief disciples of the Supreme Buddha, becoming foremost Arahant Bhantes in the dispensation. So that's something very, very nice and wonderful and really inspiring. We will enjoy the movie, the part of that story from the movie. It's really nice. I can share. How about the voice?
Upatissa, you're not enjoying the play, are you? You seem completely indifferent and uninterested.
Ask yourself the same question, Kalita. You seem quite unimpressed yourself.
Neither the actors nor the viewers will live for more than 100 years. In no long time we'll all be dead. We're absorbed in watching entertainments, seeking fun, but for what benefit? Surely it would be better to seek the path beyond all suffering.
I've been thinking the same way as you. All right then. Let's seek out a teacher under whom we can live and practice.
To which hermitage should we go? Which teacher should we seek out?
These days, there's so many sects. But we should choose the school of Master Sanjaya. It's large and respected, with many followers, located right in the city of Rajagaha.
Besides ourselves, we'll have to persuade our followers to go with us.
All right, we'll leave tomorrow. The two of us have trained under Master Sanjaya until he has nothing more to teach us.
Quite so. And it's clear that his doctrine does not teach the way to deliverance that we are seeking.
If that's so, we have to seek out another hermitage, another master.
We have been friends for a long time. It's best if we make the promise that whichever one of us discovers the path out of suffering first, will seek out the other and inform him. Agreed?
Agreed. This renunciant walks with such inspiring mindfulness and composure. I've never seen any recluse like him before. I must take this opportunity to prepare him a seat and attend to his needs. Then, when he has eaten, I will politely ask him where he comes from. Venerable Sir, my name is Upatissa, but some people call me Sariputta after my mother's name, Sari. Please, may I be permitted to ask you, where did you ordain? Who's your teacher? Whose teachings or words do you follow?
My name is Venerable Assaji. My master is the Lord Buddha from the Sakyan clan. I'm his disciple and follow his teachings.
And what exactly did your master teach you?
I've just been ordained, and thus cannot give you all of the profound teachings, but I can give you a brief version. Whatever dharmas arise due to causes, the great teacher explains those causes and the ending of those dharmas.
Oh, Upatissa, you repeat to me such short teachings that you heard, and it's enough for me to see the Dharma.
Quickly, let's go and persuade Master Sanjaya to seek out Venerable Assaji's teacher.
In this world, of which do you think there is more? Intelligent people or foolish people?
More foolish people, Master.
Such being the case, let those intelligent people go to study under Samana Gautama. I'll stay here for the sake of the foolish.
Bhikkhus, those two friends walking in here together are to be my pair of foremost disciples. The one well established in morality develops ever-present awareness of objects as they arise in the mind. Seeing such objects arising and ceasing continually, he begins to grow weary of them. Becoming weary, he lets go of his grasping and clinging. Letting go of grasping and clinging, his heart is released.
Having heard the Buddha's teaching, all of the two friends' followers attained arahantship. But Upatissa and Kolita themselves, with their great accumulation of spiritual qualities and wisdom, were disposed to a slower but more profound realization of the Dhamma, and therefore did not yet become fully enlightened.
The two of you are now ordained as monks. I give you the names which will be an honor to your mothers as follows: Venerable Sariputta and Venerable Moggallana. Moggallana. Employ the methods for overcoming drowsiness that I taught you. Moggallana. Feeling, whether pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, is impermanent. It is of the nature to arise and cease. Being impermanent, it makes for suffering. Being impermanent, it is transitory and insubstantial. unreal, Anicham, Dakham, Anatta.
Venerable Buddha, sir, I take the view that all things are disagreeable to me. I do not delight in anything.
That being the case, you should not delight in your view, should you? Diganaka. Some people have the view that all things are disagreeable to them. Some have the view that all things are agreeable to them. And others have the view that some things are agreeable and some things disagreeable to them. Each of these views are based on grasping and clinging to the notion of a self. Remaining attached, one continues to grasp at feelings as they arise. Whoever should reflect on such feelings as impermanent phenomena, conditionally arising, existing, and passing away, will come to grow weary of conditioned phenomena. This weariness leads to the fading of lust. With the fading of lust comes freedom from attachment. When the heart is freed from attachment, one knows the heart has been freed.
Hearing the Buddha's teaching uprights that which was overturned, reveals that which was hidden, shows the way to one who was lost, shines a light in the darkness. I take the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha as refuge for the rest of my life.
The Venerable Sariputta was now the Buddha's right-hand disciple, foremost in wisdom. Venerable Moggallana was the Buddha's left-hand disciple, foremost in psychic powers. Both became great supports to the Buddha as he continued to spread his teachings to people far and wide.
Venerable Arahant Sariputta and Moggallana, homage to the Supreme Buddha. Will Smith is the first one who reads the first slide for the class. The account of going forth of Arahant Sariputta and Moggallana.
The account of going forth to the Arahant Sariputta and Moggallana. At the time, the wanderer Sanjaya was staying at Rajagaha with a large group of 250 wanderers, including Sariputta and Moggallana. The two of them had made an agreement that whoever reached the deathless first would inform the other.
Sadhu, sadhu. What is it like? What is deathless? Deathless is the Nibbana. They had an agreement with the 250 followers. They were in a group of school, and this is a school. And then the teacher was Sanjaya. Sanjaya was their teacher. Sariputta and Moggallana. Sariputta got his name from his mother. Do you remember his mother's name? Dinu?
Sons, is it Sari?
Sari. Putta is the son. Because of the son of that Sari Brahmini, he got the name Sariputta. But he was called Upatisatu because Upatissa was his father. And Kolita was Mahamoggallana Bante's father. Because of that, he was called Kolita. And Moggallana is the name he got from his mother. What was the name of his mother? Dulina? Nasir? One more time.
Moggali.
Moggali. His mother was Moggali. Putta is the son. Moggali Putta or Moggallana. Moggallana. Yes, Moggali. So they had an agreement. If you meet the Dhamma, please let me know. Okay? And we will go ahead like this. Next chance goes to Dinara.
Venerable Arahant Assaji Bhante. Just then, Venerable Arahant Assaji robed up in the morning, took his bowl and robe, and entered Rajagaha for alms food. He was pleasing in his conduct, in going out and coming back, in looking ahead and looking aside, in bending and stretching his arms. His eyes were lowered, and he was perfect in deportment.
Sadhu, sadhu. That was Venerable Assaji Bhante. Do you remember this Assaji Bhante before we met? Hero?
I remember some answer.
What do you remember?
On the second day when the Buddha was preaching the Dhamma, the rest of the four of those ascetics except became Arhat.
Yes, with the 5 groups of monks. Kondanya, Vappa, Badya, Mahanama, and Assaji Bhante. This is Assaji Bhante. Very new in the Dhamma, but Arahant. He knows everything. And he's, you know, the Sangha guna we have, the qualities of Sangha, is that in going out and coming back, he has that pleasing in conduct. In bending and straining his arms, eyes were loud, and he perfect in the development. So Assaji, so this is Assaji Bhante. Venerable Sariputta Bhante, it's not Bhante yet, it's Upatissa. So this Bhante coming towards him. Hiru.
The wanderer Sariputta observed all this and thought, this monk is among those in the world who are perfected or on the path to perfection. Let me go to him and ask him who he has gone forth under, and who his teacher is, or whose teachings he follows. But it occurred to him, it's the wrong time to ask him while he's walking for alms food among the houses. Let me follow behind him, for one who seeks the path will find it.
Sadhu, sadhu. So when Upadesa saw this Bhante Assaji, so he did not directly go to the Bhante. He waited. He took his time. He wanted to ask 3 questions. Do you remember? Who is the teacher that you went for refuge to? Who is your teacher? And what teaching are you following? What teachings are you following? These are the questions that he was so excited to know about this. Okay. We'll see the next. This chance is for Imasha and Shivan. Imasha and Shivan. So see this picture of Venerable Sariputta Bhante as a layperson. He is so beautiful. Meeting Assaji Bhante, he is questioning, he's asking the 3 questions, sitting on the ground. See, he is amazing.
After walking for alms food in Rajagaha, Assaji took his alms food and turned back. Sariputta then went up to him and exchanged pleasantries with him. And he asked, Venerable, Your senses are clear, and your skin is pure and bright. Who have you gone forth under? Who is your teacher? Whose teaching do you follow?
Sadhu, sadhu. Do you know, everybody, this word, pleasantries? Menupa, what is this word? Pleasantries. Exchange pleasantries with him.
I think it's just like I think it's an amiable talk. So it's just like a greeting and talking about those kinds of things.
Okay. Can you say that cordial talk or something?
Hey, my son, so that's another way of putting it as well.
Yeah, I made this word from the translation. Anyway, this is the beautiful conversation between Venerable Arahanta Assaji Bhante and Upatissa. See, it's beautiful. Kevin and Laura, this is your reading. So Venerable Arahanta Assaji Bhante says about the Supreme Buddha.
There's a great ascetic, a Sakyan, who has gone forth from the Sakyan clan. I have gone forth under him. He is my teacher, and I follow his teaching.
But what does your teacher teach? I'm only recently gone forth, and so I am new to this spiritual path. I'm not capable of giving you the teaching in full, but I can give you the meaning in brief.
Sadhu, sadhu. See, even that was an Arahant Bhante. He says that I don't know everything. I understand, but I cannot explain everything I learn. This is an Arahant Bhante. He knows everything. But see the difference of the people, like the ordinary people and Arahant Bhantes, they say like that. But Upatissa, Venerable Sariputta, so he was really wanting to know about this Dhamma. Sandesh, you're reading, this is a Gatha Pute, but the translation you have, Sariputta replied, yes, please. And he added like this.
Be it little or much. Tell me the Dhamma. Tell me words that are meaningful and noble. From only the meaningful can I benefit. Of no use to me are many words.
Sadhu, sadhu. So he was so like he wanted to know that. So be it a little or much, it doesn't matter. Share the teachings with me from the Buddha. I will understand. So Venerable Sariputta Bhante came through this samsara, everybody, for a year and 100,000 couples, for an asankhya, uncountable eon, and 100,000 couples, 100,000 eons, to become the chief disciple, one of the chief disciples of the Supreme Buddha, becoming the Bhante who was foremost in wisdom. He collected good merits to become like that. So now he has full of practice in the samsara, but he needs this Dhamma to understand. Even though he was foremost in the wisdom, in the dispensation, he needed that Dhamma. Until then, he did not understand that Dhamma. Chamudi. Yes, this is the Gatha Pute that Venerable Assaji Bhante shared with Sariputta Venerable Bhante. So maybe we can chant the Gatha everybody together, and Chamudi will give you the translation. You can say after me, okay? The Venerable Assaji gives this teaching to the wanderer Sariputta. Wanderer, what is it, wanderer? It's a group of people who practice Dhamma in the time of the Supreme. They wander. They go here and there and do some rituals or something. Okay? With your palms together and looking at the screen, you can chant after me. Ye Dhamma Hetu Pabhava.
Ye Dhamma Hetu Pabhava.
Te Sang Hetung Tathagato Aha.
Tesham hetum tatagato aha.
Te sanchayo nirodho.
Te sanchayo nirodho.
Evam vadi mahasamano.
Evam vadi mahasamano.
Ye dhamma hetu pabhava.
Ye dhamma hetu pabhava.
Te sanghetum tathagato aha.
Te samhetum tathagato aha.
Te sanchayo nirodho.
Te sanchayo nirodho.
Evam vadi mahasamano.
Evam vadi mahasamano.
Sadhu, sadhu. Chamudi.
Of those things that arise from a cause, the Tathagata has told of their cause, and also of their cessation. Such is the Dhamma of the great ascetic.
Sadhu, sadhu. This is the only thing he shared with Sariputta Bhante. See, of those things that arise from a cause, maybe anything, the Tathagata has told of their cause. Tathagata is the Supreme Buddha, and also of their cessation. That's what the Tathagata says. Such is the Dhamma of the great ascetic. That's it. Dimal, you're reading.
When he heard this teaching, Sariputta experienced the stainless vision of the truth. Anything that has a beginning has an end.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. What is it about? Experience the stainless vision of the truth. This is the word you have. Experienced what? The stainless vision of the truth. This is the truth. Anything that has a beginning has an end. Minupar, how do you understand this?
This means that, so like, because of the impermanent nature, nothing lasts forever.
Yes.
So in this case, whenever there's a being, there's an end.
Right. This is the brief explanation about everything, right? And then this is the stream entry of Venerable Sariputta Bhante. Just as he heard that Gatha, he attained the Sotapanna state, right? Becoming Sotapanna Shravaka. Minupa's reading next. Do you like the picture?
It looks very nice, Bhante. How marvelous the beautiful scented lotus flower that is Sariputta, born in the pond that is the human world, having arisen above the water, waited eagerly for the sun's rays to befall him. The great lotus flower that is Sariputta bloomed, and there arose in him the dust-free, perfect vision of the Dhamma, that whatever arises due to causes, with the cessation of those causes, all that has arisen ceases.
Sadhu, sadhu. The Venerable Sariputta Bhante became stream entrant. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay. Next chance for the Subodha. Subodha, your chance. This is Venerable Sariputta Bhante again.
The wanderer Sariputta then said the following verse. Now this is the truth, even just this, the sorrowless state that you have penetrated, which has been unseen and neglected through countless eons.
Sadhu, sadhu. So he was so happy because of the entire samsara. He did not understand this state. With unseen and neglected to the countless of years. Now he made the perfect Dhamma. With one Gatha, he got the opportunity to become a stream entrant. Very nice. And then this chance goes to Dulina next. Have you seen these pictures?
Yes, Bhante. In the Asapur.
In the Asapur, but I got this online. This is drawn by, do you know the name?
Gayan Chanuka.
Very good, very good. Gayan Chanuka Vidhanapati. That's great. Yes, Delina. Chief disciples of the Buddha Arahant Sariputta and Arahant Moggallana.
Then the wanderer Sariputta went to the wanderer Moggallana. When Moggallana saw him coming, he said to Sariputta, "Your senses are clear and your skin is pure and bright. You haven't attained the deathless, have you?"
Sadhu, sadhu. Do you remember the movie, the part of that? They questioned that like this. Your face is so serene and clear. What's the difference? Like that, okay? Duvin, your chance next. This is the answer of Sariputta Bhante.
I have, but how did it happen? And Sariputta told him everything up to and including the teaching given by Assaji. When he had heard this teaching, Moggallana experienced a stainless vision of the truth. Anything that has a beginning has an end.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So that's the only thing Upatisha shared with Kolita. Only the Gatha. What is the Gatha? What was the Gatha again? Anybody else? What was the Gatha? Ye Dhamma hetu pabhava te sanghetun tathagataha. That was what he shared with Kolita too. As soon he heard this Gatha, he became stream entrant again. He became a Sotapanna Shravaka. That's completely like perfect people lived in the Buddha's time. Do you remember the movie? In the movie, they went to see a festival that was a carnival, maybe on a peak of a mountain. That was called, that festival or that ceremony was called Hiro?
Maybe I don't know the name channel, but I think it's just something like entertainment festival.
It was like a kind of entertainment event, which is called Girag Samaj. Gira is the peak of a mountain, Ag, or maybe the top or the peak. Samaj is maybe the festival. So they had that festival on a mountain. It was kind of like dancing, singing, lots of people, they enjoy. But looking at this, going there, they did not enjoy. They did not enjoy the event because they were looking for something very, very different. They needed something to understand this life. But entertaining, like singing, dancing, drinking, playing, that's not the meaning of this life. That's not what they were looking for. And then they needed a teacher. That's why, because they had a good merit to understand the wisdom, to reach the stateless, the deathless state of the life. So that's what they had. So Diana, your chance next. It is also a meaning of a Gatha today.
And my answer. Now this is the truth, even just this, the sorrowless state that you have penetrated, which has been unseen and neglected through countless eons.
Countless eons, they did not understand this Dhamma until they meet this perfect Dhamma. Sadhu, sadhu. Savisha and Sachin. Okay, if you have visited the Sambuddharaja Maligawa in Sri Lanka, in Polgahawela, you might have seen these beautiful statues inside of Venerable Arahant Sariputta Bhante and Venerable Arahant Mahamoggallana Bhante. And I want you to read the titles of they have underneath the statues, Sachin and Savisha.
Arahant Sariputta. Arahant Sariputta was declared by the Buddha to be the wisest of all the Buddha's monk disciples.
Arahant Mahamoggallana. Arahant Mahamoggallana was declared to be the monk who was the most skilled at wielding supernatural powers.
Sadhu. What is? The Arahant Mahamoggallana became the best monk in the dispensation in wisdom. So Arahan Mahasariputta Bhante was second to the Supreme Buddha in wisdom. Only the Supreme Buddha, he has great wisdom. And Mahamoggallana Arahan Bhante was foremost in psychic potencies. And he was second only to the Supreme Buddha. The Buddha is the first, always. I want you to remember the titles. Actually, yeah, the Buddha appointed them. The Buddha named them. They are the foremost people, foremost Bhantes in the dispensation. Tinulidua. Again, you have a beautiful picture available in Sambuddha Raja Maligawa in Polgahawela in Sri Lanka. This is Venerable Sariputta Bhante sitting and Mahamoggallana Bhante standing. It's a nice painting.
And Moggallana said to Sariputta, "Let's go to the Buddha. He is our teacher." But these 250 wanderers look to us for support. We must tell them first. They can then act as they think appropriate. And they went to those wanderers and said, "We're going to the Buddha. He is our teacher."
Sadhu, sadhu. So they were talking about that. So we go to the Supreme Buddha. So, but they have a teacher. What was the name of the teacher? Sanjaya, their teacher. Remember in the movie? And then they discuss like that. Devindu.
But we look to you for support. If you are to practice the spiritual life under the great ascetic, so will all of us. Then Sariputta and Moggallana went to Sanjaya and said, "We're going to the Buddha. He's our teacher. Don't go. Let the three of us look after this community together."
Because Sanjay loved these two people very much. He did not want them to go to the Supreme Buddha. He said, "You have this group of students, you can support me to teach them." But that was not what they wanted. Chenuli. It's a nice picture again. Buddha and the chief disciples.
Sariputta and Moggallana said the same thing a second time and a third time, and they got the same reply. Then they took those 250 wanderers and went to the bamboo grove, but the wanderer Sanjaya vomited warm blood right there.
Sadhu, sadhu. He did not want, right? So what is bamboo grove in Pali? Hiru? Dinu? Dilina?
Bamboo grove is it?
Subodha? Dinesh? Tamudi? Dinara? What is bamboo grove? Diana? Imashan Shivan? Sandesh? Dimal? Kevin? Laura? Kemi? I don't hear you.
Is Bamboo Grove the monastery?
Subodha?
The Bamboo Grove is the monastery?
Bamboo monastery, yeah. In Pali? Your voice is very low, Puti. Okay, Linda.
Veluwana Bhante.
Veluwana monastery. Veluwana. Velu is bamboo in Sinhala. Una. Okay. Yeah, next chance is for Linda then. This is the chief disciples under the Supreme Buddha.
Okay. When the Buddha saw Sariputta and Moggallana coming, he said to the monks, "The two friends Kolita and Upatissa are coming. They will be my most eminent disciples, an excellent pair."
So when they were coming, the Buddha already said they were excellent pair in my dispensation. Beautiful, huh? Okay. Next is for Dinu Daham. Dinu, do you remember these nice statues?
My sons, it's in the meditation hall.
Where?
on the left and the right of the Supreme Buddha, the big statue?
Big statues of where? In Sri Lanka?
No, in Toronto, Sansa.
In Toronto, yes. These beautiful, nice pictures of the statues of Venerable Sariputta Bhante and Moggallana Bhante in the meditation hall in Toronto. Dinu, you're reading.
Here, my Sansa. Sariputta and Moggallana approached the Buddha, bowed down with their heads at the Buddha's feet, and said, Venerable Sir, we wish to receive the going forth in your presence. We wish to receive the full ordination.
Yeah, they just pleaded the ordination. Please, Bhante, give us the ordination. Beautiful. And then Nethil, you're reading. If you have any idea about this picture, I got online. This is the shrine room in our Mahameuna Monastery in Washington, D.C. Very beautiful, huh? Nice shrine room. Yes.
The Buddha said, Come, monks, the teaching is well proclaimed. Practice the spiritual life to make a complete end of suffering. And that was the full ordination of those venerables.
Sadhu, sadhu. What is it, Pute? Nethil, what is? Come, monks, the teachings is well proclaimed. Practice the spiritual life to make a complete end of suffering. What is this called? This type of giving ordination is called? Again, Ehi Bhikkhu Pabajja. Yes, very good. That was Subodha. Okay, this is the discourse Venerable Sariputta Bhante listened to become enlightened, to become an Arahant Bhante. The name, listening to Diganaka Sutta. Diganaka Sutta in Majjhima Nikaya, Linda?
Yes, Bhante, it is Majjhima. Wow.
Yes. Diganika, yes. Diganaka is a disciple of the Supreme, became a disciple of Supreme, a relative of Venerable Sariputta Bhante. And Buddha was giving this teaching to Diganaka in Sukara Katalena. Sukara is the pig. Kata means the dig. Dig by Lena is the cave. In the cave, which was dug by pigs, that was the place the Buddha gave this teaching to Venerable the Diganaka. Listening to that discourse, Sariputta Venerable Bhante became Arahant very quickly. And then Minupa's reading. This is apart from the Diganaka Sutta.
There are these three feelings: pleasant, painful, and neutral. At a time when you feel a pleasant feeling, you don't feel a painful or neutral feeling. You only feel a pleasant feeling. At a time when you feel a painful feeling, you don't feel a pleasant or neutral feeling. You only feel a painful feeling. At a time when you feel a neutral feeling, you don't feel a pleasant or painful feeling. You only feel a neutral feeling.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. In brief, you can understand that Dhamma talk was on feeling, on feelings. Dhamma talk from the Supreme Buddha to Diganaka was on feeling. So Venerable Sariputta Bhante was fanning the Buddha, you see in the picture. Ruvi and Ruchi, you choose.
Pleasant, painful, and neutral feelings are impermanent, conditioned, dependently originated, liable to end, vanish, fade away, and cease.
Sadhu, sadhu. That's what the Buddha gave in the Dhamma talk, right? Feelings, they are impermanent. Very, very deep Dhamma talk. Dehan.
Seeing this, a learned, noble disciple grows delusioned with pleasant, painful, and neutral feelings. Being disillusioned, desire fades away. When desire fades away, they're freed. When they're freed, they know they're freed.
Sadhu, sadhu.
What does that mean?
It's a deep meaning, Pute. So when you understand the feeling, that's like impermanent. When you understand that impermanence, You do not attached. You do not get your attachment to the feelings and you're free. That's a brief explanation, okay? When you learn Dhamma again and again, you will understand the perfect meaning of these profound teachings, actually. Senon, you're reading. Senon is, yes, Senon.
They understand. Rebirth is ended. The spiritual journey has been completed. What had to be done has been done. There is no return or to any other state of existence.
Sadhu, sadhu. So, Venerable Sariputta Bhante became Arahant. Okay? Mevan.
A monk whose mind is freed like this doesn't side with anyone or dispute with anyone. They speak the language of the world without mistaking it.
So it's something very new, right? About a language, the Buddha explains. Okay, Senon, your chance. Senon from Toronto.
Now at that time, Venerable Sariputta was standing behind the Buddha, fanning him. Then he thought, it seems the Buddha speaks of giving up and letting go all these things through direct knowledge. Reflecting like this, Venerable Sariputta's mind was freed from the defilements by not grasping.
Sadhu. So the Venerable Sariputta Bhante was very, very fortunate, lucky to come to the Supreme Buddha for the ordination to become Arahant. It's perfect, huh? Okay, next chance is again for Senon from Sri Lanka.
Venerable Mahamoggallana realized the Dhamma quality through the painful practice. After the Panchakalyana Sutta, the discourse on nodding off.
That was Pachalayana Sutta?
After the Pachalayana Sutta. Once the Blessed One was living among the buggers in the deer park as Besakala Grove near Crocodile Hound, Sumsumara Gira. At that time, Venerable Mahamoggallana sat nodding near the village of Kallavala Putta in Magadha.
Sadhu, sadhu. Good reading. It's a Pali word actually. So Pachalayana Sutta.
Well, why was Venerable Mahamoggallana nodding his head for no reason?
Yeah, like he was sleepy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why you see the title. Venerable Mahamoggallana realized the Dhamma quickly through the painful practice, with a powerful effort he needed, not like Venerable Sariputta Bhante, but quickly understood. After listening to Pachalayana Sutta of the Supreme Buddha, to overcome this drowsiness, he paid his attention to the Dhamma, the insight, and became Arahant. So remember, Venerable Sariputta Bhante became Arahant by listening to Diganaka Sutta, and Venerable Mahamoggallana Bhante becomes Arahant by listening to Pachalayana Sutta, after the Pachalayana Sutta. These words, Buggers is the country, Deer Park is maybe a place in the country, Behesakala Grove near Crocodile Hound. Crocodile Hound is Pali in Sunsumara Gira. Nice reading. Nethil, you're reading again. Maybe this chance is for Minupai, yeah? It's longer.
And my son answer. The Blessed One, with his purified divine eye, surpassing the human, saw Venerable Mahamoggallana as he sat nodding near the village of Kallavalaputta in Magadha. As soon as he saw this, just as a strong man might extend his stretched arm or stretch his extended arm, he disappeared from among the buggers in the deer park at Besakala Grove near Crocodile Haunt and reappeared near the village of Kallavalaputta in Magadha, right in front of Venerable Mahamoggallana.
The Buddha saw this with his divine eye, and he went there. And next is for Nethil. Give it a try, Nitil. It's a long one again. Nitil?
Practicing as he was taught, the Venerable Mahamoggallana freed himself from all defilements. Arahant Mahamoggallana was the wonder of the physical power in the Buddha's dispensation. His psychic power was second to the Supreme Buddha, and therefore he received the title foremost in psychic power.
Foremost in psychic power. He became foremost in psychic power among the groups of monks. Sadhu, sadhu, Nitil. Vismit, are you listening?
My Bhante.
Yeah, you're reading.
The Supreme Buddha praises the chief disciples. The Venerable Sariputta and Moggallana were the Buddha's chief disciples. The Venerable Sariputta stood by the Buddha on his right side and the Venerable Moggallana on his left. The Venerable Sariputta and Moggallana were very helpful to the Sangha, which is why the Buddha started.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So right hand and left hand. Linda, this is from the Satya Vibhanga Sutta from Majjhima Nikaya again, the discourse on the analysis of the Noble Truth, Pali and English. This is how the Buddha praised these two chief disciples. Yeah. Can you read Pali and English, Linda?
I will try one thing. From the Satya Vibhanga Sutta, the discourse on the analysis of the Noble Truth. Seveta bhikkhave sariputta moggallani. Monks, cultivate the friendships of Sariputta and Moggallana. Bhajata bhikkhave sariputta moggallani. Associate with Sariputta and Moggallana. Pandita bhikkhu anuggahaka sabrahmacharinang. They are wise and helpful to their companions in the holy life.
See, it's beautiful. Monk, cultivate the friendship of Sariputta and Moggallana. Buddha says, associate with Sariputta and Moggallana. They are wise and helpful to their companions in the holy life. Subodha, would you try this Pali too?
Teyatapi bhikkhave janati evam sariputto seyatapi jatasya apadeta evam moggallano.
In English?
Monks, Sariputta is like a mother, Moggallana is like a nurse.
Sadhu, sadhu. See, Janeti evan Sariputta. Janeti is a mother. Sariputta Venerable Bhante was like a mother in the community. Moggallana Venerable Arahant Bhante was like a nurse. Why? What's the reason? Dinu, what about your reading next? Pali too?
My son, sir. Sariputto bhikkhave sota patipale vineti Moggallano uttamate vineti. Monks, Sariputta trains others for the fruit of stream entry, Moggallana for the higher attainments.
Sadhu, sadhu. That's why the Buddha said Sariputta Venerable Bhante was like a mother, because he is the person who encourages and gives teachings to the other people, other Bhantes, to become Sotapanna. And Moggallana Bhante helps to attain the other steps in the path to become Anagami, Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, and Arahant. That's why the Buddha says Sariputta Bhante is like a mother, Venerable Mahamoggallana Bhante is like a nurse. Hiru.
Sariputto bhikkhave pahoti chattari ariya saccani vitarena achikitum desetum panyapetum pattapetum vivaritum vibhajitum uttanikatumti. Monks, Sariputta is very skilled in the proclamation, teaching, laying down, establishing, revealing, analyzing, and clarifying for the Four Noble Truths.
Sadhu. Panyapetum, Pattapetum, Vivaritum, Vibhajitum, Uttani Katunte. Very beautiful reading. So that's why the Buddha gave this title to the Sariputta Bhante, foremost in wisdom. The next one is for everybody. Sadhu. So homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Venerable Sariputta Arahant Bhante, who was foremost in wisdom, and Mahamoggallana Venerable Arahant Bhante, who was foremost in the psychic potencies in the Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.